Very good afternoon, all the participants joining online as well as offline, present here in the seminar hall of ET Cell at Neris. Now it is already 3 p.m. and 05 minutes India time here. So our eminent speaker, Dr. Yoichi, is already here. So while we continue with this webinar, our participants will be joining. So I think we can start. Can we start, Dr. Yoichi?
Okay, I can start.
No. Okay. So first of all, I welcome all the participants of this webinar. And our second session, our speaker is Dr. Yoichi Yamazaki from Japan. So I will read out a brief profile of our speaker. So before that, I would like to thank you, Dr. Yoichi Yamazaki from Kanagawa Institute of Technology, Japan, Associate Professor, Department of Home Electronics, Faculty of Creative Engineering, for having accepted our invitation to deliver your expert talk on the topic Communication Robotics for Hello Happy World. I, from my own side as well as from the organizing committee, I thank you very much from the inner core of our heart for accepting our invitation for this international webinar on computing trends on AI. So I will read out a brief profile of Dr. Yoichi. Dr. Yoichi Yamazaki was born in Japan, March 6, 1979. He graduated from Sonan High School. He received BE degree in mechanics engineering from the Tokyo University of Science, TUS, in 2004. At Tokyo University of Science, he was a student at Kobayashi Laboratory. He had been enrolled in Tokyo Institute of Technology, where he has got his Doctor of Engineering degree at Hirota Laboratory. In 2009, he joined Kento Gakuin University and joined Kanagawa Institute of Technology in 2013. Currently, he is Associate Professor of Department of Home Electronics at Kanagawa Institute of Technology, where he is mainly involved in the research fields of communication robotics, home electronic system, mentality expression, and human-robot interaction. So this is a brief profile of our honored and respected expert speaker, Dr. Yoichi Yamazaki from the Kanagawa Institute of Technology, Japan. Once again, sir, from my behalf and from the behalf of the organizing committee, we thank you very much for having accepted our invitation to deliver your expert talk on communication robotics for Hello Happy World. And I hope through your presentation, our participants will be benefited and motivated. And it will be a very fruitful webinar. And once again, thank you, sir. And over to you, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can I start the presentation?
Yes, please start, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your introduction, Prof. Marjit Singh. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm honored to speaking today. I'm Yoichi Yamazaki from Kanagawa Institute of Technology, Japan, and I'm also working for exchange between India and Japan. I'm a mentor of Indo-Japan Industry Academic Alliance. And today contents. At first, a brief introduction of our University Kanagawa Institute of Technology and introduce to communication robotics. If I have a chance, I will visit the Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology. But unfortunately, today I cannot go there, and I prepared a short trip video from Narist to Kite. Maybe you cannot share my. Can you see the video?
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Your screen is visible now, sir.
Okay. Yeah. At first, maybe you need to move Kolkata airport, and then move to Japan. Sometimes you need to exchange at Bangkok and so on. And here is Tokyo airport. From Tokyo Haneda airport, from Haneda, 1 hour or 2 hours, you can move to Kanagawa Institute of Technology here. This is our university. Like this. The next. This is a map of Japan and point option. A map of Japan and this circled area, capital area of Japan, and our Kanagawa prefecture is south next to capital Tokyo. In Kanagawa prefecture, there is some historic art spot, Buddha statue, shrine, temples, beach, hot spa, and so on. If you have a chance to visit Japan, please drop in the Kanagawa and our university Kite. This is the information of Kanagawa Institute of Technology. Our university is founded on 1963. And we have about 5,000 students and 200 of staffs. This is a photo of campus or a building for crafting and so on. I will introduce the virtual tour of craft building, and this is the kite workshop building, and we develop and crafting robot at here. Not only the robot, we crafting airplane glider like that. And back to the slide. And I'm belonging in department of home electronics. Our mission is create human and environmentally friendly smart life with leading edge home energy management system and next generation home appliances. We have open IoT space, IoT around the centers and open IoT space. There is the kitchen, living room, bedroom, like a house. And we are researching at these facilities. And in this organization, our communication robotics laboratory is working on the development of smart living and smart robotics technologies rooted in human understanding in uh, 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 smart robotics technologies rooted in human understanding in daily life. Can you see the slide? No?
Yes, 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 yes,
Yes. Okay, okay. Uh, uh, I use the video and if you cannot see the slide window, please let me know. Okay, next. And the today's content is communication robotics for Hello Happy World. Our mission is to create a smile with applications that eliminate barriers. Hello World is what you know. It is the first thing you learn in programming, whether it is Python or C. At first, you learn how to display the character of Hello World. It's also the first step in anything that has an interface such as 3D modeling or microcontroller development and so on. In our laboratory, we focus on non-verbal information to create first step for applications that make people smile. Non-verbal information has to do. Non-verbal information is important, and in the human communication, the people communicate by exchanging message like this. This is the interaction. Our research is about the technology to replace human interaction with robot like this. Robots, agent or systems. Interaction involves receive and transmitting information. It's also can call it to be recognition or cognition and expression or behavior. In interaction, not only recognition, but also expression is especially important. Uh, uh, Especially important, and non-verbal information is especially important. This is the diagram of non-verbal message, and the message is from verbal to non-verbal. There is, for example, speech, facial expressions, gesture, posture, distance, and so on. You all use many types of non-verbal expressions. And in our research, we developed all of types of expressions by using robot or any other systems. And communication robotics is a research field that comprehensively deal with technologies for communicating to people based on robot technology and rooted in human understanding. For example, the word has defined word have a defined grammar like this, and in other example, the information has a protocol like this, and in human communication, in the same way, there are also defined rules for human-human and human-robot interactions. Communication robotics is the creation of such of a grammar of nonverbal expression of robot. The key is 3C. There is communicate for communicating to people or expressions, and catch for catch and grasp the information for recognition. And third C is connection for linking people to people and or people or robots. These three components is important. And today I will introduce this the robotic applications based on these three C's. First example is connect. The example is the Meta about Robot Cafe. This is work with our laboratory and collaborative companies. In the world, there 1 in 7 people is people with disability in the world, and we think our mission is to solve the barrier loneliness through the technology. Especially some people with disability are unable to leave their homes. We turn to work as a solution to solve their loneliness. Working is, of course, mean earning the money, and it also means being connected to people or societies. We have to solve this. We have 2 types of avatar robot. One is this type of one, and the other is now I have. Can you see in the camera this type of robot? Orihime, and that can be operated via the internet and have realized the solution as Avatar Robot Cafe to work with avatar robots. I prepared the movie. The system enables people who have given up communicate due to disabilities to work from home and operate 2 types of avatar robots through the internet. In his case, he used special controllers and control the avatar robot and communicate to the customer of cafe through the robot like this. For the operation of the robot, we have interfaces for different disabilities. The user can control the applications on tablet or PC, sometimes using a special controller as shown in the video, or input according to the robot and shake hand with one touch action. It is supported by AI system, and in this case, the robot can automatically turn to the people with conversation based on sound detection system. Or other case, this is another example. We have developed AR character system by using robot control, and so on and so on. The semi-automated communication support by using AI technology, the people with disability can communicate the customer of the cafe. At first, we started this cafe for 10 people with disabilities, and now 50, 50 people with disabilities are working online at the cafe. There is the cafe is in Tokyo, in Japan, and if you have a chance, please drop in the cafe or please see through the internet or and so on. This working at Avatar Robot Cafe has led to their daily energy and happiness for people with disabilities. And this is the first example about the catch. And next, sorry, this is the first example for the connection. And next, I'll explain about the example about the catch. Sorry, this slide is skipped. And the IoT, Internet of Things environment, the world is different, changing. In IT society, we call it user-driven service. User use information terminal and gather the information through the internet. Now, in the IoT society, Internet of Things society, we call it things-driven service. And the information appliances, for example, tablet, smartphone, or information home appliances, or communication robot, can automatically connect to the internet and gather the information for the users. This is a things-driven service, we call it. And in the environment, the service and changing, and we are developing any types of robot service, telecommunicative service, or child care application, or a robot remote for smart home, or and so on. This is an example of IoT environment. Can you see the video? In the living room, the all home appliances are connecting to the robot. And now robots are speaking, and we asked to please tell me the information of Kanagawa Institute of Technology. And then robot can tell me the information about the Kanagawa Institute of Technology and connect to the TV to the internet and search and display the information. This is the hardware structure of this smart room. All home appliances, for example, air conditioner, TV, or lighting are connected to internet, and robot can control all of them. In the environment like that, we develop several services based on atmosphere control for smile creation in daily life. For example, a child care system, or elderly support system, or and so on, based on image processing, or processing by using a depth sensor like that. This is this depth sensor information. And in the environment, we can recognize more deep level information. This is a famous photo of photo, and it is a deep photo of iceberg, tips of iceberg. In the iceberg, in the surface and deep part, and on the surface part is very small. Human information is like this. Recognition. We think the human information by speech recognition, voice recognition, facial expression, gesture, and so on is the surface level of human understanding. And we need more deep level information. For example, emotional understanding, intention understanding, or atmosphere. Multiple people create the mood, the atmosphere understanding, and so on. And expression part is exactly same. And now we think I will introduce about atmosphere understanding. Atmosphere is made by multiple people. One people has an emotion, and multiple people. If there is multiple people and they all has any emotion, the atmosphere is created in the environment. And now we are researching about these types of atmosphere estimation based on individual information. We proposed the formula of to create atmosphere based on individual emotions, and we applied with we extract it by using fuzzy sets, and we developed the application in the smart house. And this is the example of smart house application where in the living room, for example, there is 4 families, and we recognize their all facial expressions, posture, and distance. And then we fusion of emotional states and calculate atmosphere by using our formula. And this is an example of application, a child care robot, or a TV recognition, recommendation robot, and so on. This is one of the movie. In the situation, they watch the TV program and recognize their mood, their atmosphere by using depth sensor at here, and change their atmosphere by using lighting or robots. This is the movie. In this case, the mood is not so good. The system can recognize their mood. The light is changing. I'm sorry. This color is a little difficult to recognize on the screen. In the situation, the robot, according to the atmosphere, the robot can express and comment. In the case, they all are boring. That's why robot is start to communicate to them. And so now robot started the talk about the weathering. This is the next application, and smart work. We use this atmosphere detection system to apply the telework. In the system, the teleworkers, the emotion of teleworkers are recognized by using web camera and vital sensors, and gathering on the cloud servers and calculate the atmosphere and tell the atmosphere information each of teleworkers. This is the other case. In the test, can you see the video? In the case, in the room, there is a robot like this. Can you see the camera? This robot? And in the situation, we calculated the mood of these three persons by using one web camera. And this is the other application for telework. In the situation, they all are working, and when they smile, the atmosphere is a good atmosphere, and then this lighting agent changing their colors. Now it's a good atmosphere. That's why green, but it changed the bad atmosphere. The color is changed to blues. Like that. This is the example. These are the example of catch for communication robotics. And the last example is communicate. One more. We develop several types of expression robot, emotional expression robot. And today I will introduce most unique example of expression robot, this one. This is called Ahoge, antenna hair type object for generating empathy. And at first we developed the facial expression robot, and then we moved to the expressive component. It is not dissimilar from human, and intuitive understanding, double expression, and robot unique element. This is the motion of Ahoge. Ahoge is inspired by animal expressions. Happy. It is the tale of dogs, happiness, alert, friendly, fear, and so on. And inspired by also animation expression like that. We combine these two and create the intuitive, understandable expression. This is the example of expression. This is the happiness moving the like tails, or sadness is down and move too slowly. A surprise is like that. The anger is moving like that. It's a little funny, and but it has an effect to human memories. When the robot system express these types of expression, human memory is human memory has a good effect. Human memory work effectively, and we apply this types of technique, many types of application in daily life, especially elderly support, robotic support for elderly. And now I introduce the robot we developed. The elderly person has a frailty. Frailty is a condition in which the vulnerability to health maintenance increases due to various functional changes and loss of capacity with aging. And to resolve to defend the frailty, we developed the robot. This slide is skipped. And we developed the robot Ahobo like this. This robot has two types of application. One is healthcare, and the other is support for dementia. And in the healthcare application, the Alpha advice for making a life habit of blood pressure measurement in the right way, and improving users' health based on the visualized measurement data. This enables elder people to check their own frailty and to create the habit of taking care of themselves. The shape of robot is like that, and the robot can express emotional expression by using this antenna here and eye expression. This is a movie. The robot speak to check the blood pressure by itself. According to the robot instruction, the blood pressure checked by the users. Now, robot instruct the precise method how to check the blood pressure. And the user replied OK for checking, and the robot start to check the blood pressure, and so on. To use these types of communication robot, the human memory is make active, and the robot advises the health information based on this blood pressure information. And finally, the information is shown on the display like this. This is an example of communications. And that's all, but I prepared another slide for more 10 or and so on. Can I have a time to present? Maybe, okay, I'll continue to the presentation. At the entertainment field, we all create, sorry, we develop entertainment games with virtual reality. This is a game for people with disability and ordinary people. The people with disability can control the robot, control the character by using special special controller and fight with ordinary people. This is a superhuman fighting game, and or the running support system by using a special eyewear in the glasses. In the glasses, the color of glasses are changed, and sorry, I skipped the movie and sorry, we developed the learning support system by using this type of glasses. And this is the last part of our presentation. We are researching and about education field, and this is the VR classes by using Mozilla Hub system, and in the field, I prepared the movie of the VR class. In the virtual reality class, there is the information of the school or connected to SNS or and so on. And this environment simulated. This is the schoolware for support students, and this environment like our facilities in the university. Ordinary in our university, our department is Department of Home Electronics. That's why there are many home appliances like that. No, in other classroom, there is the presentation and so on, and share the share and take a lecture on the class. And like that, we developed the VR classroom. and there is a classroom and a breakout room for conversation and so on. And the information connected by using SNS or university's courseware. So the other example is lecture movies by using virtual characters. In this research, this is the research of our colleague, and in their result, the virtual character have an effective by in the virtual classroom. For example, you run class by using YouTube and so on. And that's why we prepared a virtual character for the lecturer and making a low movie courseware and so on. This is a virtual character we prepare for the class, and now we are I'll start the demonstration of this character. Just a moment. Just a moment. バーチャルカメラ有効にする。sorry。デバイス設定を表示。カメラ。あ、これか。あ。Can you see the character with camera? Sorry.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Professor. Yes. Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. We use this character for the lecture, online lecture, and so on. Okay, I'm back to the slide. And this is almost last slide. In the education, international exchange activity is very important for us. And in my case, I'm one of a mentor of Indo-Japan Industry Alliance, Academic Alliance. This alliance is supported by a Japanese Plus and last maybe last month we have an event at KPR IET, the university at the south part of India. And he is a supporter of us, Dr. Nabi. And if I have a chance, we are happy more collaboration, more continuous collaboration. And this is the final slide. My research is nonverbal information, and my hobby. This is my hobby. My hobby is nonverbal information. My hobby is nonverbal communication. For example, judo or jujutsu and so on. It is nonverbal communication, but non-verbal communication. I'm very gentle. It's a joking. That's all. To use the technology of communication robotics, we will make the society full of happy, full of smile society. That's all. Thank you very much for the kind attention.
Thank you, Professor. Are you going to conclude? Can you hear us, Professor?
Yes, I can hear. Now I change the camera. Yeah.
Okay. So, is there any questions from the participants? So, kindly interact with our eminent speaker. So, the topic has been very interesting. So, participants, kindly you can unmute and discuss with our expert, Dr. Yoichi. So, it is a very rare moment for us. We are getting this opportunity. So, you can kindly unmute yourself, raise your questions, and Yoichi sir, you will kindly respond to them. Thank you.
Yes, am I audible, sir?
Yes.
I have a question regarding security in the field of robotics. In the field of robotics, is security a big threat, or like is it vulnerable to hacks and all? And then what steps are taken to prevent those hacks and the likes of it? Thank you.
Sorry, it is difficult to hearing. What robotics? Security of what robotics? You said.
In the field of robotics, like are the devices vulnerable to threats? I mean, hacking and all. And,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, you are right, and hacking is security is very important, and the security has a level, and to the robotics or home appliances. Uh, in home environment, for example, home environment, the gate is very important. That means the gate of the root of house, the security of root of house is very important. And in the house, there are it is not so secure, but the gate is very important. And now we several types of living system, and yes, we think the gate of a house is most secure, and we make most secure of the gate of the house or a building or university and so on. The hacking is the hacker in the house or in the university. It is easy to hack, and it is difficult to defend from inside of the society or house or and so on. Is it right? Is it okay?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Is there any other participants? Is there any other participants willing to discuss, raise some questions? Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. I have another one if you don't mind.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a very silly question, but which programming language is like mostly preferred in the field of robotics, or what is your opinion? Like, what's your favorite, or what's your preferred programming language according to you?
In my case, I like C language. It's easy to use. We can define a precise expressions, and but in these days, Python is very important, especially AI field. There are many useful libraries, and if you, of course, you can use any language you like, but I recommend Python if you want to run AI field.
So, sir, Python alone is enough, or with C and or C++ or
I think enough. If you learn one language deeply, you can use different language, not so difficult.
okay, okay. Thank you so much, sir.
So, is there any other? We'll take one more questions if there is any participants willing to.
Hello, hello, sir.
Put some questions. Yes, yes, please proceed.
Hello, sir. Am I audible? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes, yes. Please carry on. Dr. Yoichi, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes. One participants. Okay, carry on.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. I would like to know more regarding internship opportunities at your university.
Internship in our university. It's a very welcome, and we need to exchange collaborate. We need to prepare the exchange program, but it's a very after that it's a very welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So I think if there are no other questions, so we encourage
Sir,
our.
sir.
But,
Hello, hello.
yes.
Can you hear me? One question. Can you please clear about this fear of losing job after introducing AI robots?
You mean human lose jobs because of the AI, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Of course, some of jobs disappear by the AI, but new jobs are arising. What is it? I'm not so good idea to good example, but I think there is no fear of losing jobs totally, because there are new jobs with technology is advancing. Of course, you don't need some work. Some work is changing to move AI. Especially in Japan, there is no fear to losing the jobs by using AI, but some jobs don't gather the person who want to work. That's why AI is spreading. I think then there is no fear.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, so I think we had a very good discussion and a very wonderful presentation from Dr. Yoichi Yamazaki. Thank you, sir, very much for your wonderful presentation. And I hope our participants are benefited out of your presentation. So our participants, if you have any questions that you may wish to discuss, so you can contact Dr. Yoichi in his
Yes,
email.
yes.
And
Yes.
in future also, I hope, sir, we will be continuing with our collaborations
Yeah.
in the days to come also. And in spite of your very, very busy schedule, you have agreed and accepted our request. So this has definitely benefited all of us. And on behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology, Arunachal Pradesh, and from my own heart, I thank you, sir, very much for accepting the invitation. Do marigato gozaimasu.
Oh, thank you very much.
Do marigato gozaimasu.
Thank you very much.
So in future also, we will be doing more of such kind of academic collaborations.
Yeah, I hope so.
So we are always in touch with each other every day. So there is no any issue in contacting with you. So only the thing is that our students, our participants, they should be benefited, and it should be mutual mutual benefit in the growth of academic. So thank you very much, sir, once again. And your today's talk has been very, very useful and motivating for our students and for us as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So with this, let us close this session, and we will end the session. Thank you very much, and have a nice day to all the participants, to our honorable, our eminent speaker, Dr. Yoichi Yamazaki. Thank you, and namaste from India.
Namaste.
Thank you. So let us end the session.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.